Hello, welcome back to CinemaBurger. I'm Scott Berger, and I bring you movie reviews from a different perspective. Today we're here to talk about the Netflix original movie, Eurovision Song Contest, The Fire Saga. It stars Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams as Lars and Sigrid. They are Swedish aspiring singers who end up on the Eurovision Song Contest, which is a real competition in Europe, kind of like American Idol. It also stars Dan Stevens, Pierce Brosnan, and Demi Lovato. Now, Lars and Sigrid have been friends since childhood, and they've always dreamed about being on the Eurovision Song Contest. Sigrid has always prayed to the ancient elves, which is like a Swedish tradition about like the old gods and stuff like that. Now, Will Ferrell plays Lars, and he was made fun of as a kid for wanting to be on a singing competition. Now as adults, they send in their tape and they hopefully will get a chance to be on the show. Now they have daydreams of what it would be like to record their songs, which they do record songs. And the cinematography of this movie is beautiful, first of all, with great landscapes and things like that. And when they cut to what they're actually doing, they're in their own basement with crappy costumes on, singing. Now, the executives at the Eurovision show know who's going to win already. It's Demi Lovato, who plays the favorite to win, but they need another few contestants to make it fair, so they kind of pick Lars and Sigrid's tape at random. And they're like, okay, here they are, they're clearly not going to win, but we need some competition for Demi Lovato's character. So as they audition for the show, of course it goes horribly, but they still get picked because executives pick their tape beforehand. Now there's a party for all the finalists. We also meet Dan Stevens, who plays a Russian singer, and he's obsessed with statues of himself with big penises for whatever reason. Now there were a bunch of finalists with Demi Lovato before Lars and Sigrid, but they all die in a boat explosion, which causes the executives to have to pick new contestants to compete. So, all the finalists are dead, so it's pretty much Lars, Sigrid, and Dan Stevens' character, along with one or two others. When they all meet each other for the new finalists beforehand, there's a musical number with some other finalists, and clearly a lot of these other finalists are real singers, and it's a well-done musical number with different styles of singing and stuff. Now this movie does feature typical Will Ferrell comedy, and that can be hit or miss sometimes, and this, it seems to be kind of a miss a lot, I've noticed. Some jokes go on way too long. Now, Sigrid, played by Rachel McAdams, is in love with Lars, and Lars is not returning the feelings. He's focused on winning the competition, because this is what he's dreamed of since he was a kid. Now, the Russian singer, played by Dan Stevens, seems like he's trying to put something between them so he can win the competition by trying to split them apart. He seemingly hits on Sigrid and tries to make Lars jealous. Now, after Lars and Sigrid are not talking to each other for a little bit, all of a sudden Lars sees a burning ghost of Demi Lovato, and she warns him about things to come and to be careful. Now, the movie never mentions this or explains this at all. It just kind of happens and goes away. Now, this movie is 2 hours and 3 minutes long, and it feels like its length. This movie could have easily been like 30 minutes shorter, and there's like weird stuff like the Demi Lovato ghost that they don't utilize. They just do comedy bits that go on for far too long. Now, after a performance that Lars and Sigrid have made up, Lars talks to the Icelandic president, of which this competition is held in the country of Iceland. And we get many beautiful landscape shots of Iceland. Once again, the cinematography is amazing. And he reveals that Iceland is out of money and that he killed all of the finalists, including Demi Lovato. Now they're fighting on the side of a road, and all of a sudden there's a knife that ends up in the Icelandic president's back. Now it turns out this happens to be near where Sigrid prays to the elves, and they apparently helped Will Ferrell out and stopped his attacker. Now, once again, they never mention this again, and it's just seems out of nowhere, and they don't utilize these weirder moments in the movie because they're honestly the best parts, in my opinion. Now, also, this movie feels like it was written 15 years ago. It's very reminiscent of Blades of Glory, and they rehash the team breaking up again. They end up splitting up again, Lars and Sigrid. And I was thinking, like, they just did this, why are they doing it again? They could have cut out one of those plots and eliminated like 30 minutes. Now, Will Ferrell also sees the ghost of Demi Lovato again, and she kind of explains what she meant about her previous warning. Now, the Russian singer played by Dan Stevens worked with another female singer to try to seduce Will Ferrell's character, just like he tried to seduce Rachel McAdams' character. Now, at the end, he is very nice to them, and he was basically a red herring as trying to be the movie's true villain. Now, they don't win the competition, Lars and Sigrid, but they win over the hearts of their country. Now, Pierce Brosnan's character, who plays Will Ferrell's dad, was very against this idea of him singing, and at the end he gains his father's respect. So when they return to Sweden, Lars and Sigrid are national heroes, even though they didn't win the competition, and everything seems to have worked out for them. Now, this movie really felt very long. A lot of the jokes, in my opinion, weren't funny, and like I said, the weirder moments like the ghost of Demi Lovato and the elves answering prayers, they don't utilize that enough. And this movie could have been at least 30 minutes shorter. I found myself looking at my watch a lot, or looking at the time during this movie, and it also kind of felt like a bad Saturday Night Live skit. So for those reasons, I have to give this movie a 2 out of 5 burgers. Because some of the comedy bits were funny enough, but once again went on way too long. And it didn't impress me. And I think Will Ferrell and everyone included can do better. Like, they are funnier, they are better actors than this. And the movie, of course, gets points for the beautiful cinematography, like I said. So I don't think I would recommend this movie, honestly. I'd say skip it. So that was Eurovision. We'll be back next time with another Netflix original possibly, or something on HBO Max. I'm Scott Berger, and I'll see you next time.